Wakey Warrior.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Wakey Warrior walkthrough of the Iberostar Anthelia Hotel. This is a fabulous hotel in Tenerife, and there are no real walkthroughs on YouTube, so I'm hoping you're going to find this useful. This hotel is in the Adeje area, and this is just showing you just outside, so I'm going to start at the back of the hotel, unusually for this one, and then I'm going to walk through to the front of the hotel. So it's based up, it overlooks the sea. If you come out of this gate, if you're heading out and you turn left, it takes you towards Playa de las Americas. To the right, it takes you to a lot of big, nice hotels and a very nice area to walk along. Now this is, we went just after COVID lockdown, and the hotel was absolutely fabulous. Yeah, you'll see there are gel all over. You'll also see, as I'll come on to, what happened in the buffet. You don't have to wear masks when outside in the grounds or around the pool. You did when you're in the buffet or in the indoor areas where you couldn't social distance. So when you went up to the buffet to get your meal, for example, you had to use the mask, but when you were sat down at the table you didn't. The hotel was running at about, so they had it limited to 70% occupancy, and it was actually pretty full when we were there. But what you'll find is it's a pretty exclusive hotel, this, and therefore it never looks that busy even when it's full. So you may think it looks really quiet, but even when it's full in normal times, the grounds, particularly at this time, I think I took this about, I think it was probably about 4 p.m. Around these areas there's not really many people around at this time, but it's really nice. Now what we're coming up to here is, if you are all inclusive, or in fact if you're a la carte and paying, if you're all inclusive, you can use this restaurant, which is called Poseidon, once a week. Pause that if you want to look at the menu. Obviously if it's all inclusive you don't have to pay, but I would have paid. The food there is absolutely fabulous. That is absolutely worth a trip. In fact, I'd go as far to say, and this includes places like Jamaica, it's probably the best sort of specialty restaurant, all-inclusive meal I've had. Look at the lovely lilies, there's carp in there, in the lily pond. This is the buffet restaurant. So the Poseidon Restaurant sort of sits behind the buffet, and just up to the right there, where I'm going now, that's if you are in the Salon, I think it's called, the Grand Iberostar selection, which is this bit I'm just going to show you now. It's called the Salon. Then you can use that restaurant on the top for your breakfast. So this is a separate bit. This bit of the hotel is more expensive. It's like a bit of a big boutique hotel built on the side. But we weren't in there, we were in the standard bit, and the standard bit is still an Iberostar 5-star selection resort, and it is absolutely fabulous. I don't really see any need to go in the Salon bit. So that's the buffet, and I will show you some buffet later on, actually in the buffet at lunchtime. And we mainly sat outside on the terrace here. Lovely. I mean, look at the grounds, look at the views. The place is absolutely pristine. There's the Poseidon Restaurant, where I will put some photos in of the food we had later on in the video. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go for a stroll around the grounds. So we are going to head towards the reception area. And the hotel is relatively large, but it's not absolutely massive like some of these hotels. But it is still a large hotel, and at first it's difficult to find your way around, but we soon got used to it. But you can see how immaculate the place is. I'm going to sort of do a spoiler now and tell you that this is going to be a 5-star review for this hotel. I would go as far to say, and this is including the hotels are staying on business all over Europe, and I stay in some quite nice places. I would say this is possibly the best hotel I've stayed in Europe. It really is that good. The food for an all-inclusive is fantastic. The only place where I think we've ever had anywhere approaching as good food as this is the couples resort in Jamaica. So you can see there's you've got to clean your hands before you go in the buffet, and this is where you go in. And we're just going to head up the stairs to the reception area. So if you're walking in this bit, you need, if you're still watching this for COVID times, hopefully it's gone by the time you watch this, then you do need a mask on in these areas, although once you got up here it was all open, so you didn't. But we're going to go head towards reception. You'll see there's a couple of shops, there's a few shops dotted around, and that one sells general goods, hats and newspapers and things like that. So you'll see it's all terraced, this hotel, because it's literally built on the side of a hill, although the grounds at the bottom are all flat. There are lifts as well. I never actually used them, so just found it easier to walk up and down the stairs. Now the boutique hotel I showed you at the bottom, where I looked over the gate, it's this one called the Salon, and it has its own entrance within the hotel. And as I said, that's a grand Iberostar. There are very few of those around, but they are really the very, very top that they do. And personally, it looked nice in there, but I'm not sure it was worth the extra money, because the main one, as I say, was so lovely anyway. I couldn't really see the point in paying more. You can still use the same restaurants and everything. Everywhere the gardens tended, the hotel was beyond clean and spotless. So we're continuing up to the reception area here. And we are going to go through these glass doors into the reception area. You could walk out, but when you're coming back, you do need a key to get through the glass doors. First of all, though, I'll just take a little bit of a detour, and this will be a point of reference as well, because I'll start back here on the next section of video. But I just wanted to show you from this side. This is the main bar off the reception. And so I just wanted to show you the seating and things from this side. And we went in there in the evening. It was actually open all day. Look at the cactuses there. So back into reception now. As I say, to just stop everyone coming in, you do need a card when you come back through here. This is effectively the only entrance into the rest of the hotel. So the reception was very grand, as you can see, like everything else in this hotel really. Again, spotless. The staff everywhere in this hotel were superb. I really couldn't say enough about it. And this is the main bar, so the main bar is partly in the reception area, so you can sit in here if you want to have a drink in here. More gel, the gel's everywhere. Or you could go through into here, and on an evening they had live singers on here. There are some pool tables at the back, and we sat in here a few times in the evening. Pool tables, you do have to pay for those, I think, and they did have a couple of really good singers on. I'll put in at the end of the video, if I remember, some menus of the drinks. The drinks menus were roughly 12 pages. And for example, you wanted a gin and tonic. They have 5 different types of gin, including really good stuff like Tanqueray 10. Everything's top notch here. And the all-inclusive is well worth it, because, so for example, cocktails, gin and tonics, €10 each. So it quickly cranks up. Lunch, as I will show you later, it can quite easily be 30–40 euros if you're paying for it. So this is out of the front of the hotel. I just wanted to give you an idea as to there's a quiet road out here, but there's also the spa across the road. There's a spa that's got a gym in it, and it also has a football court and tennis court behind it. The football court got very hot because it's in a concrete bowl, You can get to this under a tunnel as well, which goes under the road from the hotel, but this is just showing it from this side. The road is very quiet, very fancy shopping centre called the Del Duck down there, which takes you down to other really big hotels. Very, very nice area. And I did say I'd show you the buffet. This was just on a lunchtime, so there was only part of it open on a lunchtime, much more on an evening. You can see though the quality of it. Because of COVID, they put glass screens all around it. You had to wear a mask when you were walking around the buffet, but you just requested what you wanted and they put it on a plate for you. These empty stations you can see there, they wouldn't be empty on an evening. Most people seem to eat down in the a la carte restaurants on a lunchtime, unsurprisingly, because they were so good, as I'll show you. Or you could eat by the pool bar as well. So for example, every day they had fillet steak on there, which was really good, large king prawns. It was all absolutely top-notch quality. For breakfast. They had things like pancakes, bacon, etc. There's the bar on an evening. Absolutely lovely bar. Very good service. Waiter service to the tables. Now I said I'd put the drinks menus in. These are the drinks menus, so you can have a look at these. You'll see that there are 12 pages, so I'd suggest if you want to pause them at any point and have a look at them. On the all-inclusive you could select everything without an asterisk next to it. So after that we're back to the bar, outside of the bar, so there was a reference point. And now I'm just going to go into the blocks of rooms to show you, and I will show you our room. So walking from the bar, the blocks are basically quite big blocks of rooms, and there's quite a number of them. Most of the views are very good. They're probably the worst. You can just see there overlooking that, but I wouldn't be happy with one of those personally. But most of the higher up rooms have a sea view, and then there's some right down on the front that have a sea view. As you'll see, we were in a room actually around the upper quiet pool, which was brilliant, even though we didn't really have a sea view, and I'll show you why. So this is what all the blocks are like. These are probably the least impressive part of the hotel, really. But it is what it is. The rooms are very nice, as you'll see. So I'm just going to walk through here now to the quiet pool, which is at the top, or halfway up the building, if you like. Remember, this is all built on tiers. You remember we went up to the reception, up the steps, so we're higher up now. So there's a bar up here, which is open until 6, and that's like the main pool bar. It has all the drinks. You can get food there, sandwiches and things like that. Again, all inclusive. This is the quiet pool. This is a really nice pool, this. Lovely and warm. You'll see there's cabanas there where you can sit under those if they're free. And it also has its own lifeguard stroke pool guy who gives you the towels, and again you can get fresh towels whenever you want. Now our room was just in that block there at the very bottom, and as you'll see there's a little gate straight out onto that pool, onto the bar, and I'll also show you the gym as I go around. So this is a brilliant location actually, because you've got a pool. You can just nip, particularly if you're on the ground floor, you can nip straight through the gate into the pool. You can go straight into the gym. There's a table tennis table there, and of course there's the bar there as well, so it's great. So I'm just going to go up to where our room was now, but first I'll show you the gym. And this is, I don't know if they've had it packed away or just pushed to one side, but this is where the table tennis table is. And they also do like circuit training classes and things here. Oh, there's the table tennis table. Did circuit training classes and things here as well when we were there, even though they only had 5 out of 11 animation staff at any one time due to the coronavirus. So the gym's open 24 hours a day. Never really saw it busy. There's no aircon, but it's all open at the top and the sides, and it is quite cool in there. Fairly new equipment. Of course, I would remind you there is also a gym over at the other side of the road at where the spa is that I showed you earlier on. Probably about the same size again. So as I say, our room was brilliantly located because we could come out of here, go straight into the gym, straight into the pool at the top, and in fact go into the pool just going out the front gate on the balcony, as I'll show you. Again, you'll see it at the gym, you'll see it here, and see it in front of every building, the contactless hand gels. The cleanliness of the room was beyond reproach, it really was. Well, everywhere. So this is what the rooms are like. Oh, this is what this type of room is like. There are different types of rooms. There are bigger rooms and duplex rooms. We got a connecting family room, which was absolutely ideal. So you've got a toilet there, glass door, so know who you're travelling with well. A shower with a big rainfall shower head on it. These were updated 3 years ago, I believe 2017. Good sized brand new LG TV. Has the English channels on it and German channels. That's a super king size UK bed, king size US bed, 6 foot wide. You've got down there like a coffee machine with pods that they give you. You've got here a fridge and a safe. The fridge was good because because of coronavirus they didn't stock it for you automatically. You could call them any time, and I understand it was only up until 5, otherwise they'd charge you, but any time up till 5 p.m, and somebody would bring you whatever beers and drinks you wanted. So this is the balcony, our patio, if you like, and you'll see a little gate. I mean, it's absolutely ideal. We could just put your swimming costume on and go out for a quick swim in the morning, for example. We could just about see the sea. So in our room, it was a bit of a trade-off against the sea view about being able to just go straight out and not have to go up the stairs to your room after being in the pool. We were more than happy with the room. This is the connecting side, so that has 2 single beds in it rather than the Super King bed. Same balcony, same bathroom, toilet. Same coffee machine, same fridge, air conditioning worked very well. So we're just basically duplicates, these 2 rooms, same TV and everything, good wardrobe space. The rooms were absolutely superb. Right, I'm back at the upper quiet pool now, just come out of the end of our block where we were staying. Nice water feature, that did run in the evening, lit up there. So this is coming down now from the quiet pool, which remember is high up. It's on top of other buildings. So it's all tiered. So just to give you an idea, if I continued left there, I'm just going to show the view here first though. So it's all lovely views. And again, look at how impeccably the hotel is maintained throughout. That's looking back at the buffet restaurant there, the outside terrace for the buffet restaurant. So we walked up there, and the gate to the outside is sort of at the back there now. So we're going to go down, and then we're going to go right to where the main pool and the daytime restaurant is, as well as the Italian a la carte restaurant. So as I was saying, if you continue down there, right to the end, you've got that Salon hotel and the reception. Let's go down these steps here, and this is where we originally came in and walked across after we'd looked in the buffet. So we'll have a walk now towards the pool, and I could have sped some of this up, but I wanted to put it on in real time because it gives you a better idea of walking through the hotel. And if you like, we're going to go over to the next wing. It's if you think of it in two wings, this wing has the main restaurant on it, and this bit out here, as well as the Salon Hotel and the Poseidon Restaurant. And this next sort of side of the hotel over here has the pool. It has the Italian restaurant where you can go once per week on an evening if you're on an all-inclusive. I have to say it's not as good as the Poseidon Restaurant, the Italian restaurant. It's good, but it's not as good as the Poseidon. That's where we came in. And in fact, the Italian isn't as good as the daytime lunch restaurant either. It's good, but the other two are exceptional. So this first one is the Italian bit. It's all part of the same building as the restaurant in the that you can use in the day, which is round the other side, called Barbacoa. And in fact, you can sit here if the other side is full for the lunchtime. But that's the menu on an evening for the Italian restaurant. It's very good, it's just not as good as the other ones. So you can pause that and take a look at the menu if you need to look at that. So that's sort of the inside of the Italian restaurant there, and then this part of it, sort of starting about here, is it's called Barbacoa, and this is where you can come for your lunch every day, a la carte. I think that's standard, not just a COVID thing. And it's brilliant. So there's the menu for that. It's fantastic. You can just pick what you want if you're all inclusive. So I'd often have 2 starters. What I'll do is I'll just show you a bit more of this, and I'll throw in some photos of the food. I'd highly recommend here some of the prawn dishes. The Caesar salad was fabulous. The food was just brilliant, so I'll do that now. And this is what we'll get for lunch. So I've ordered king prawn mock salad, potatoes fritters, I think they are. My daughter's ordered the chicken and chips at the kids menu today. The food is just fabulous. I mean, this is meant to be a starter, so is that, so I've got 2 starters. And here we are now at the main pool, which is just in front of that restaurant you've just seen. So I did walk around the main pool, but it's fantastic. It's got 0 entry at the front there. The sunbeds were very well spaced. They cut down on capacity due to COVID. The bar in the middle was brilliant. You had the full drink service, tea, coffee, cakes. They'd also serve you by the pool. And at the front of that main pool, there was another pool which was salt water. So really, really good. So what's the verdict to this hotel? 5 stars, undoubtedly. Just come, it's absolutely brilliant. The food's fantastic, the staff are brilliant, the rooms are great, everything's so clean and well maintained. It's a beautiful hotel in a great location. Couldn't recommend it highly enough. The only downside is the price. It can be extremely expensive to stay here, but it is exceptional for what you get. I'll finish off now with some photos of the gourmet restaurant which I showed you at the beginning, at Poseidon, and the food we got there. Please, if you like this video, please like it and please subscribe to see some more walkthrough videos. Wow.